Alex, of great character and great humility. He is the exemplar of what teachers, coaches, and school leaders hope for as we send young people out into the world to make a difference. And even though he probably feels different, the magnitude of this event does not equal the contribution he's made to our school and to this town. So can we all thank Alex for that, and thank you for your support. Through half-court shots, Super Bowl cake pop raffles, donations from PK's Pub, and independent family donations, they've raised money for Alex and his family. At this time, we're going to ask a rep from the Bellows Falls basketball team to come forward to present the check to Alex on behalf of BF. And we have to say at this time, Terrier fans, this is the only time you will see purple in Dressel Gym, so enjoy it. Mr. Richard Swenson. Richard is a 34-year-old, two-time survivor of Hodgkin's disease. He has been a mentor to survivors and communities throughout New England, and serving on the New England Relay Advisory Team, and currently on the National Volunteer Training Team for the American Cancer Society, where he provides resources to community members around our nation on different programs. Richard and his wife Jade live in Grantham, New Hampshire, but every year they come to Springfield to participate and help volunteer for our Relay for Life. I'm very proud to welcome Richard to the court.
Wow, what an amazing turnout. This is a great atmosphere we got going tonight. I just want to thank everybody for inviting me to be here. I'm truly honored to be standing in front of you all this evening. Every day, I am reminded that our life's journey is really about the people who touch us. When I first heard that I was going to be speaking to you all tonight, I was speechless. I was honored. What you don't know about me is I've given over 100 speeches on behalf of the American Cancer Society, but more importantly, I'm a 20-year cancer survivor. But never have I ever shared my story where I connected so closely as much as I do with one of your own who's here tonight, Alex. 20 years ago, I was 15 years old, a typical high school student at U32 in Montpelier, where I was an all-season athlete like many of you here this evening. Unknown to me, my social life, my school life was about to take a turn. Was it for the good? Was it for the bad? I'll let you be the judge of that. Like many of you, I was in full swing of my basketball season, starting guard who competed with the highest intensity any athlete can experience. During a practice one day, we were doing conditioning. I couldn't keep up. I was short in breath and simply felt like passing out. I went home, talked to my parents, and about a week later I was visiting my doctor who put me through a biopsy where they diagnosed me on April 1st, also known to many of you as April Fool's Day. I thought the joke was on me. I was wrong. This was no extravagant joke that was being played. A few weeks after finding out my diagnosis with Hodgkin's disease, I was watching my team from the sideline, and I had started chemotherapy for the following 6 months. Baseball season was among us, and I was able to continue to pursue my love for baseball all while going through treatments. I had one goal in mind, and it goes like this. 7 words uttered by Jim Belvono 21 years ago during his ESPY Awards ceremony. He uttered, "Don't give up. Don't ever give up." With these words, I knew I had the responsibility to continue the fight against cancer and never give up until we find that cure. This is where my journey began with the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life, a team event that raises money, all while celebrating your local survivors and caregivers on an 18-hour overnight event. Started with my high school friends, my community who rallied around me, just like what you're doing tonight for Alex. I experienced a movement that I thought I'd never felt before. It turned a bad situation into a good situation. I had the privilege to listen to someone my age at the time share their story. And at that point, I knew I had a mission to live on and share the experience, the moment that I had that night. Let me share this with you real quick before I wrap up, something that made that night so memorable at Relay. Relay has an event called the Luminaria Ceremony, where the lights go down and the track is lit up by candles and bags with sayings and people's names in honor of or in memory of. I remember starting to walk that lap and then freezing in place as names on the bag started to be read. I froze. I couldn't walk. No matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't move. I remember 2 people coming up and grabbing me under the arm and leading me around the track. We got to the finish line, and I felt a release. When I turned, these people were gone. I couldn't even thank them. In conclusion, through all this, I realized something else recently. I'm not losing. I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I may be a 20-year survivor, but I'm still fighting. I've got to amend that, though. When you die, that does not mean you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live and in the manner in which you live. So to all of you fighting cancer out there, continue to live. Fight like hell. When you get too tired to fight, then lay down and rest and let somebody else fight for you. We can't do this don't give up thing by ourselves. We have a whole community here to help fight. When you get too tired, just reach out for help. This whole fight, this journey is not a solo adventure. It requires a lot of support from all of you. And again, to quote Jim Belvono one last time, cancer can take all my physical abilities, but it cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul. Those 3 things are going to carry on forever. So with that said, have a great rest of the night, have a great rest of your life, and thank you.
We're going to let the guys shoot for 4 minutes, and then we're going to have a basketball game. So thank you all again.